Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hope everyone was able to enjoy their holiday weekend. First up is our approval of minutes.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes from the Township Assistance meeting on August 18th and our regular Board of Commissioners meeting also on August 18th.
Second.
Motion is second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That passes. Accounts payable.
Mr. President, I would move for approval of the accounts payable vouchers from August 20th to September 2nd, 2025, without exception.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the payable vouchers. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Payroll.
Mr. President, I move for approval of payroll dated August 29th, 2025.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the payroll. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. All right, opening of some bids for the Cary Home and Courthouse Chiller Replacement Project.
First one I have is DA Dodd, says Project 1A HVAC. It's like a lump sum of $600,700 even.
I'm sorry, Doug. $600,700?
600, yeah, 600,000.
600,
comma 700.
Okay.
Long weekend, I don't know how numbers work anymore.
I got it.
This one is from Eberhart Heating and Cooling, also 1A HVAC. With a lump sum of $498,000. Next one is North Mechanical Contracting. I think I've got the project number on the outside. Where am I going to see whether this is 1A or 1B? Oh, is it? Okay. Good deal. For 1A, lump sum is $454,186. And then it does have in there deduct for carrier chiller $12,045. So I'm not sure if there were alternates. That's what it's got on there. Okay. Next one is Anderson Electric, 1B Electrical. With a lump sum of $41,719. This one's from Brand Electric, bid package 1B. With a lump sum of $49,900. And the last one is from Electric Plus Inc., also 1B Electrical. with with a lump sum of $34,000.
Okay, thank you to all our bidders. Entertain a motion, take under advice.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second to take these bids under advisory. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Once again, thank you to all the bidders. Okay, next comes up is a rezone or an ordinance.
Mr.
And
President,
I
I
need
would,
to abstain from this one.
okay.
Mr. Vice President, I'll make the motion that we hear ordinance 2025-34-CM, a rezone from A to AA.
And I will second that motion. Good morning.
Morning, Amanda Esposito, APC staff. So this is the result of the fairly recently adopted Wabash and Tippecanoe Townships land use plan from earlier last year that recommended preserving some select agricultural land, areas of the townships that would not be suitable for development at any time in the next 20, 25 years or so because of the absence of utilities, and they have higher producing soils. The land use plan recommends these areas for what we call select agricultural zoning, AA. And in May of this year, we took the original proposal to ordinance committee for just about 16,000 acres in both Wabash and Tippecanoe townships. After some concerns brought up at that ordinance committee meeting and a subsequent one, we changed from an opt-out process to an opt-in. And the proposal that was before APC in August, on August 20th, was for 12 unique state ID numbers, 6 individual property owners, and 645.2 acres. That rezone was recommended approval on a 12-0 vote.
So one question real quick.
Yes.
So it's an opt-in for now, and we've got
Yes.
this acreage that's proposed to be rezoned to AA. What happens in the future? Will there be are you just depending on landowners to come forward and ask to opt in, or is there something that you will do moving forward, advertising or making it publicly known that there are opportunities?
Well, the plan was to move forward with some other possible spot zoning, rezoning sponsored by APC, but as far as the AA select agricultural, I think this was the chance for property owners to opt in for this particular rezone. But if the commissioners are so inclined, we can look at some other rezone opportunities in Wabash and Tippy. I know that Ryan O'Gara was interested in maybe rezoning the amphitheater, the old PD up there, back to a more of a commercial or a rural zone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Is there anyone from the public who would like to speak in reference to this rezone? Seeing no one?
Brown,
Yes.
Murtaugh.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-34CM passes 2-0 on first reading or final reading.
Okay, thank you. Highway.
Good morning. We just have one action item today regarding the Steel property site development off of State Road 38. This is an amendment number 2 for engineering services with Lockmuller Group. It's an add of $91,550 for drainage and lane improvement design.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we approve the engineering services agreement with Lockmuller as explained.
Second.
Motion is second to approve this amendment number 2. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That passes. Yadira, treasurer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm requesting the board's approval to extend our baking service agreement with First Merchants for an additional 2 years. With market conditions changing, our rate has dropped from 10 basis points over Fed funds to 5 basis points over Fed fund rates, which I still think is competitive in today's market conditions. Even with the change, our accounts remain among the highest paid with First Merchants and exceeds local and government investment pools.
Does this also need to be approved by the Board of Finance? then?
Yes, which
Okay.
will happen today at 11.
Okay. Mr. President, I'll make a motion that we approve the extension of banking services agreement between Tippecanoe County and First Merchants Bank.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve this extension. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amy, Public Defender.
Good morning. I'm asking to have a lease for our 2026 rooms on 4th Street approved that we rent for basically our public defenders who are out of town that need places to work. And we did eliminate one of the rooms, so we're only asking to rent 3 this year.
And is that a one-year lease?
Yes.
It seems like that was a long time ago we did that, but that was just a year ago. huh?
Yeah, it was a year ago.
okay.
And they did, just so you know, they did give us the same price as our 2025. They didn't increase it, so that was nice of them.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we approve the renewal of lease agreement for 101 North 4th Street.
Second.
And this is for 3 suites, correct?
Yes, 3.
Okay. At $1,195 a month.
Let's see what it says. Yes, 1,195 per month, yes.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to renew the lease agreement as stated. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That passes.
Thank you.
Okay, extension contractual service agreement. And we have the update version.
Good morning.
Morning.
This morning, we have the 2026 contractual services agreement for Purdue Extension for $217,088 for 26.
You guys want to explain the change?
Would you like
Yeah,
to?
so what we've decided to look at doing is providing coverage for counties in a little bit different manner. In the past, there's been named positions for counties, and we're looking at more of a services-based model, which our contract has always said, but hasn't necessarily outlined what that looks like. So we're looking at grouping counties together and seeing how we can provide support for multiple educators, not just the ones that are currently housed in the county, but from the areas around them as well. So what we'll actually look at is over the next year, we'll be piloting a program where there'll be between 9 and 10 educators, depending on one more hiring situation, to provide coverage for Tippecanoe, not just the 4 that are currently sitting in place in the seats. It'll provide enhanced coverage for ag and natural resources, for health and human sciences, and it'll also provide 4-H coverage in a way we've never had before, which means that other counties will be able to provide support. They've always been covering down on their own place, and they'll be able to provide support that way. We're actually going to be soliciting feedback from you all and from the county councils and from the public and our stakeholders at several listening sessions throughout the year, because we truly want to get feedback on what works from this model and what doesn't. It truly wouldn't start until the contract starts in January, but instead we're going to start now, so we get an extra 4 months of data. So we really want to look at you all as partners in seeing what this looks like as we go through this pilot process.
Could you state your name, please, for the record?
Joshua Winroth, Area Director of Purdue Extension.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, any questions?
No, Mr. President, I would move that we approve the 2026 extension contract service between Purdue University and Tippecanoe County in the amount of $217,088.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second to approve this contractual service agreement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Okay, we have another ordinance, vacated public right-of-way.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we hear ordinance 2025-32-CM on second and final reading.
Second.
Okay, petitioner.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Ryan Munden with RTS Law here on behalf of BC West Lafayette Land Holdings LLC. As you'll recall, you recently approved a planned development for our client west of Yeager Road. Roundtable runs through the center of their property, which renders a portion of the county road to the west of their property no longer necessary, so that's the purpose of the vacation. We are going to West Lafayette this evening to have the second reading of the vacation of the portion of the county road that's on the southern boundary of our property vacated. And then next Tuesday, the West Lafayette Board of Works is hearing a petition to disannex that southern portion of right-of-way back to the county. So given our planned development, given the extension of Yeager, given the roundtable extension that runs through the center of our property, there's a lot of housekeeping that needs to be done to clean this area up. So that's the purpose of this petition. No access to any property is being eliminated as a result of the vacation. The southern leg of the north-south portion of this county road is remaining in place to allow access to the Faust property. I think we're set today for also public hearing. I have the affidavit of publication and notices to the adjacent landowners. So I'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Okay. Is there any public for this public hearing? Want to speak in favor, oppose, your opinions? If not, we'll go to the board. Have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll go to the vote.
Murtaugh,
Yes.
Byers,
Yes?
Brown.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-32 CM passes 3-0 on second and final reading.
Okay,
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we hear ordinance 2025-33-CM, extension of the high-volume water export and radial collector well moratorium.
Second.
Doug, you want to speak a little bit on this one?
Sure. The substance is pretty simple. It takes your existing ordinance and extends the expiration date from September of '25 and makes it September of '26. It does add some recognition that the General Assembly has been working on this issue. They passed, I think it was Senate Bill 4, which covers some of the territory that this moratorium occupies, but not all of it. Yours still, there's still some gaps that yours addresses. I'm not sure that you've heard the last word from the General Assembly. Seems like it's still an issue of relevance, so this keeps it in place for another year. And then the radial collector well, I don't think anybody's been talking about that, so that's kind of its own thing, but it extends it for another year.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who'd like to speak for or opposed to extending this moratorium?
Morning, Joe Sobrowski, 93H Hepstow. Good to see you again, Commissioners. I just wanted to thank you again for extending the moratorium with respect to the large water exports. As a well owner out in a rural area, I know that water resources are very important. I've had our well guy come out and he said that it would be a problem if they extracted too much water, so I do appreciate this, and thank you again.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak in favor or opposed? Not. Jennifer?
Byers,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Murtaugh.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-33 CM passes 3-0 on first reading.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we suspend the rules and hear ordinance 2025-33-CM on second and final reading.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we hear ordinance 2025-33-CM on second and final reading.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Once again, we'll open it up to the public. If anybody would like to speak in favor or opposed to the reading of this ordinance. If not, Jennifer?
Brown,
Yes.
Murtaugh.
Yes.
Byers.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-33 CM passes 3-0 on second and final reading.
Okay, thank you. All right, grants. Sharon, looks like you have one for us.
Good morning.
Maureen.
I'd like to ask permission to accept from the sheriff's behalf the award of the 2025 Comprehensive Highway Injury Reduction Program from ICGI in the amount of $72,500, and the funds will be used for overtime and reporting to ICGI in the aid of public awareness and increased compliance of seatbelt, child restraint, speed, impaired driving, and distraction laws. The match for this grant will be the budgeted salaries and benefits for the deputies, as well as mileage of vehicles used during the blitz. The required match comes from, I just said that, never mind, that's a repeat, the last sentence there.
Mr. President, I'd move for approval of acceptance of the grant as Sharon outlined.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to grant permission to accept as stated. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
And I'd like to report that I have submitted the opioid settlement report twice, and their end is not receiving it correctly. So I'm working with their IT problems to figure that out. It's due the 5th, and hopefully by the next meeting, you will have that in your hands.
Thank you. Okay, any unfinished or new business need to come forth? If not, we have reports on file from the Building Commission, Central Mail Accounts Payable Duplications, Humane Society for Greater Lafayette, and the Wabash River Heritage Corridor Commission. Those reports will be on file in the Commissioner's office for public viewing. Any public comment?
Good morning, Catherine Soborowski, 938 Chepstow. Just here to sort of repeat a request that I made to the ordinance subcommittee last month, that we do not have an ordinance in place yet in our county for battery energy storage systems, which we saw sort of rear its head, peek out in the current solar things, but didn't really come to a conflict. So we're just asking that you do sort of anything you can to nudge along the process of creating an ordinance for that in our county as you see fit. And then secondary to that, and totally unrelated, I think the next thing that is sweeping the state of Indiana and causing tension in counties is data centers, which we also have nothing on the books for that. So maybe just another area of development to sort of consider as we develop the vision for our county at large. So that's it.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment? Not seeing anyone?
Motion.
Me too.
Motion to adjourn. Go ahead.
What if I don't want to? Motion to adjourn.
Me adjourned. Thank you.
Oh, we didn't vote.